FX welcomes you to the following presentation of the XFL.
This is a chance for a second chance.
Rediscovered, revitalized, reborn.
Danucci takes a shot upfield to Gordon. Gordon caught it. Gordon's backstepping. Gordon's gonna score.
Fourth down magic, propelling Seattle to its first win of the season and putting the XFL on notice. The Sea Dragons are going to be a problem. Tonight, that problem is in the hands of the San Antonio Brahmas. Two teams at 1-2 going into week number 4. The Seattle offense, it's legit. Ben DiNucci leads the league in all major passing categories. And he's got the most prolific receiving duo to play a little catch with, Ja'Cour Pearson and Josh Gordon. Standouts. How will Hines Ward slow down Seattle? We're about to find out.
Hey, we talked about it, man. I need Lions. I need that Lions mentality. One play at a time. Just focus on one play at a time, right? And give me all you got on each and every play. One play at a time, right? It's a business trip. We up here to win this thing. Let's go out there and show the world.
Yes, sir.
All right, baby.
Yes, sir.
Go to work. Win on 3. 1, 2, 3. Win. Let's go. Let's go.
We just saw Houston take down Orlando. So in the South, the Roughnecks still the team to beat. The Brahmas at 1-2 in the North. DC at 3-0. Seattle at 1-2. Both these teams very close to being 2-1. With that, hello and welcome to Seattle. I'm Logan Galindo here with Sam Macho. And I know you're probably thinking, what do I have to do to get a jacket like this man right here? I'm here to help. How about some money at Seattle, right? The Dragons started off the season as a preseason favorite. They're now the 5th on the list to win the XFL at plus 750. You buying? You believing?
I'm buying and I'm believing. This is the #1 offense in the XFL. The only thing that's holding them back is turnovers. They have a -7 turnover margin. That's the worst in the XFL. But with the offensive attack, the running game, Morgan Ellison, etc., this offense is here to stay.
Yeah, and June Jones has told us this offense gets better as the season goes on. Now for San Antonio, they're sick to their stomach because they had a chance against Houston. 6 minutes left. They're down by 9. It's a one-score game. First and goal from the 1. Kalen Balaj stuffed on back-to-back plays. Jack Cohn denied on 4th and goal. San Antonio goes backwards. The offensive coordinator, Jaime Elizondo, told us that he woke up all week thinking about that sequence, and Hines Ward summed it up. Championship teams convert. Now they've changed up their entire offense.
They cut their playbook in half, and one thing that Hines Ward said, he said, man, we have to know our personnel. Of course, you want to get it from 4th and 1, but unfortunately, you have to find different ways to make plays.
They got a lot of confidence in their quarterback, Jack Cohen, who's standing by with Ian Fitzsimmons.
Jack, Acho just mentioned it. The playbook's been cut in half on both sides of the ball. What did you see in practice this week? Less is more.
Yeah, I think we had a great week of practice. I think we have a great plan. Decided to go out and play.
Good luck. Let it rip. Over to T-Mac.
You hear Sea Dragons quarterback Ben DiNucci. You guys are coming off your first win of this season. How do you feel like your offense has grown coming into week 4?
Yeah, we've been better every week. Got to limit the turnovers, do what we do. We got a bunch of guys that can make plays on the outside. Makes my job easy. Get the ball in their hands and watch them do what they do.
Thanks so much for the time. Wolf?
T-Mac, thank you so much. Seattle, the favorite in this one, by 5. The total is 40.5. That is the highest total this season. So get those bets in. Let's have some fun. Awesome night here in Seattle. The fans have showed up. They're getting rowdy. Let's go for it. XFL week number 4. The kickoff rule. You need to clear the 20, keep it in front of the end zone to avoid a major penalty. Fred Brown with the return for the Brahmas. He keeps fighting all the way to the 30-yard line. Jaime Elizondo is the Brahmas offensive coordinator, trying to simplify and spread out the offense for Jack Cohn.
258 wide spacing branch.
You hear that wide spacing? He talked about passing early. That's what you're going to see from this offense.
Get ready. You got the flare.
first down over the middle to his go-to target, Alize Mack, who leads the team with 10 catches.
Left.
There's number 11.
Straight left. Good gorilla bib, stitch, X Pepsi. Trey left. Good gorilla bib, stitch, X Pepsi.
Good gorilla bib. Hey, go get it. Go run that.
You'll hear gorilla. You'll hear gazelle. These are inside runs. Looks like there's a pass off of this one.
Play action. Out of the reach of Travis Tobin.
Okay, here we go. Let's go nickel, nickel. We got Trey left, alert yip, bad gorilla box. Trey left, alert yip, bad gorilla box.
So you hear that gorilla word. That's that inside zone that you're hearing.
San Antonio with Kalen Balaj at 237 pounds, but they struggled in short yardage situations running the ball against Houston. Cohen will keep, and Cohen is dropped for a loss by Jordan Evans. Welcome back, the captain of the Seattle defense.
Jordan Evans, he's been out these last 2 games, but he's back now. His inside linebacker coach, Coach Fly, said, man, this dude is a beast. 28 years old, played in the NFL. He knows how to win, been injured, but his team is so glad to have him back on the roster.
A quick 3 and out by the Seattle defense. Their head coach, Jim Haslett, his DNA, the defense. Brad Wing out of LSU, the most experience on NFL rosters on this San Antonio team, gets it to Kelvin McKnight. McKnight trying to reverse fields, hit by a bevy of Brahmas. And Seattle will take over inside the 15. The Sea Dragons lead the league in yards per game. Their offensive coordinator, June Jones, and quarterback Ben DiNucci are starting to cook.
Here we go. Let's go. Hum the trips left, flip 50, dog, G slant on 2, ready. Set, go! Hot! Hot!
DiNucci to throw on first down, and he finds the leading receiver in the XFL, Ja'Cour Pearson, for a first down.
Hum trips right up. Hum trips right up. 860 dog D's. Hum trips right up. 860 dog D's.
Jump, 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 jump. Jump, jump.
Keep your eye on 3 in orange. That is Pearson. And 0 is Josh Gordon, the former All-Pro.
Set, go. Hot! Hot!
DiNucci, the former Cowboys quarterback, to Blake Jackson, who, oh, by the way, gets lost with Pearson and Gordon. He's now got 19 catches, second most catches in the XFL.
Right.
And there is Jim Haslett.
Hey, Wes.
Here we go. Tampa lock on 2, ready.
All right, man.
Former Rookie of the Year as a linebacker for the Buffalo Bills.
Set, go!
Fantastic head coach of the New Orleans Saints.
Hot! Hot!
Morgan Ellison coming off the only 100-yard rushing game in the XFL this season. Good to see him back and healthy, Sam. He went down awkwardly in the 4th quarter of that win.
He had over 100 rushing yards last week. People look at this offense, the run-and-shoot offense, say it's a passing offense, but their backs, Morgan Ellison has more rushing yards than any other back in the XFL.
80 on 2, ready.
Small school star out of southeastern Louisiana.
Set, go! Hot! Hot!
DiNucci, good hands. Brought in by the former Cal Golden Bear, Jordan Veazey.
Trips left. Denver stare lightning. Trips left. Denver stare lightning.
Here we go. Denver stare on 2, ready. Set, go! Hot! Hot!
Back to the ground. Ellison met at the line going backwards. This is a San Antonio defense that leads the XFL in tackles for loss.
They talk about being physical, being attacking. That's what they want to be, and that's what they were the second half. They shut out the Houston Roughnecks in the second half of last week's game.
They want to be violent, Sam. And there is Hines Ward, leading receiver in Steelers history. First shot at being a head coach.
Here we go. Set, go! Hot! Hot!
3rd and 5. Josh Gordon is not on the field. DiNucci, the touch pass, complete. Blake Jackson, the former D3 national champ quarterback.
So Blake Jackson, he's on the outside, lined up as outside receiver. He has outside leverage the entire time. So this outside breaking route is like pitch and catch for quarterback Ben DiNucci, and now wide receiver Blake Jackson.
Reno to Z.
Hey, spread left, 51 slow, Reno to Z on 2, ready. Wide crack, wide crack. TJ, that's right. Left, come on. Here we go, here we go. Here we go. Set, go! Hot! Hot!
Gordon again on the sideline for Seattle. Dumped down to TJ Hammonds. Hammonds showing some electricity in the first down before he's brought down by Jordan Williams. Hammonds has had to play receiver and running back just like he did at Arkansas.
He's 5'2".
Trips right, half. Bucks locked, wide bubble. Bucks locked, wide bubble.
So in this offense, it almost doesn't matter who's lined up where. You see Ja'Cour Pearson lined up at the number 3 receiver. That's the wide spot. You're going to see that bubble towards that side.
Yep. Hot! Hot!
DiNucci in rhythm. He's 5 for 5, goes back to the ground. And that's Hammonds with positive yards on first down.
Spread right, Broncos stare, D's.
Here we go.
Spread right, Broncos stare, D's.
Set, go! Hot! Hot!
Ellison with the carry, stiff arm, and stood up by Drew Beasley. Former Michigan State standout.
Marble Mike 0H. Marble Mike 0H.
Here we go. 881 on 2, ready. 881.
Safety, you're going to have to cover a wide receiver now.
Former Broyles Award winner as a defensive coordinator for the Michigan Wolverines. Josh Gordon checks in. He's at the bottom of your screen. DiNucci looking his way. Crossing route. It's going to be short of the first down to Jawan Green out of Albany.
See Cam Kelly, the 6'5", 205-pound defensive back, making that outstanding tackle. They look to play off, but he drives on routes excellently.
And what did June Jones tell us coming into this game? He thinks he has thrown more touchdown passes on 4th down than anyone in the history of football. Will there be more 4th down magic? The blitz, DiNucci, no, it's broken up by Terrell Bonds out of Tennessee State. San Antonio holds and gets the football back. So Seattle was driving. They converted an early 3rd down. They were looking for more 4th down magic like they had last week against Vegas, but DiNucci going down hard and Hines Ward holding on 4th down.
Let's go, let's go.
10 on FX. Stream on Hulu.
The XFL is brought to you by Progressive, the right call to protect your home and car. These two coaching together like they once played together. Hines Ward and Joey Porter. They won Super Bowl 40 together. Hines Ward, the MVP of that Super Bowl win. Ward would do it twice. going down as one of the greatest to ever play for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And now Ward and Porter, it's their goal, it's their mission. They come to tears when they talk about it, trying to help guys get back to the NFL.
The thing about Pittsburgh is culture. That's all they talk about is culture. I played with Joey Porter towards the end of his career when he was in Arizona. They brought a lot of Pittsburgh Steelers there. It was this culture feel. They're trying to build the same thing here.
Opening drive for Jack Cohen in San Antonio was a 3-and-out. They've decided to spread out the offense and simplify. They want to give the big running backs more running lanes.
Hey, nine's coming, nine's coming. Omaha, go! Go.
Play action to Balaj. Balaj, a very good receiver out of the backfield, and he's got first down yardage.
Rewind.
Seattle's defense coordinated by former Florida and Illinois head coach Ron Zook.
57, nice swap. 57, nice swap.
Change. Odd change. You got 20 personnel out there. 20 personnel. It's 2 by 3 to this 2 by 2.
57 on Vegas, ready.
You got 2 by 2. You got 2 by 2.
Yeah, trail.
20 personnel. That's 2 running backs, no tight ends.
We go. Hey, takes two.
Odd is a 3-man front.
Cone with his strike to Balaj, and Balaj with back-to-back receptions. It's a man there with 52 career games in the NFL. Fitz.
Yeah, Lo, I was talking to Tom Telesco, Chargers general manager, and he had Balaj for a year, and he said, look, for a big guy, his pass receiving skills are exceptional. And goal line, straight line, short yardage, he is an NFL-type back. You just have to block it up for him. He can't make a lot of guys miss.
And a 75-yard touchdown with the Miami Dolphins. 2nd and 1, Cone, speed option to Hilliman. And Jonathan Hilliman will have the first down. Another guy in this San Antonio backfield with NFL experience with the New York Giants.
6-1.
Why not? Good ground ball book on Nick. You ready? Hey, good stallion. You're good.
So the clock will run even on out-of-bound plays up until the 2-minute warning. That's why we're getting late here in the first quarter as Balaj has the carry. And no points on the board with the total
Let's go
being
Trey
40
left,
and a half.
65 Kodak.
The highest
Trey
in the
left,
XFL.
65 Kodak.
65 Kodak. Let's go.
Deuce,
Hey,
Nash,
Lloyd.
Knoxville. Deuce, Knoxville. Deuce, Knoxville. Deuce, Knoxville.
We got a slam. 65, we're good. Omaha, we go.
Seattle crowd starting to get loud. The pressure by Clarence Hicks. Low throw,
Let's go.
but brought in by Fred Brown out of Mississippi State.
Fred Brown, he's an undrafted free agent from the Colts in 2017. Deep in route. They talk about getting more passing yards early in the game, being less conservative.
Dean Blandino, VP of officiating, is standing by in Van Nuys, California at the XFL Command Center. They review everything. Each team also has one challenge. That's what the red dash means at the bottom of the scoreboard. Complete to Jalen Tolliver. Did not play last week. Makes his return.
74 Kodak. Hey, Harry.
He got thumped by the Cincinnati Bearcat, Lyndon Stevens.
Harry.
That Harry you hear is for a hard count. You want to see what they're in defensively. Kodak, take a picture of it.
Omaha, we go.
Cone finished up his career at Notre Dame. To another Notre Dame Fighting Irish alum, Alize Mack, big first down.
Nickel.
Alize Mack, so he leads the team in targets. Offensive coordinator talked about he loves spreading the ball around, that we don't know who to attack.
Box on Vegas, ready.
This is where San Antonio will miss T.J. Vasher. Their 6'6" red zone target out with his shoulder injury.
Let's go. We go.
Red zone touch for Balaj, and he's dropped by Bryce Thompson, the Tennessee Volunteer.
Or diamond left, 81 hot, ZN Pablo, H Big D. Diamond left, 81 hot, ZN Pablo, H Big D.
Hey, 81 hot, 81 hot. I'm Vegas, ready? 81 hot, 81 hot. Hey, if 8 comes, just look. We out. Vegas, Vegas.
A lot of shuffling on the offensive line for San Antonio this season. Going into game number 4. Cone, pressure, gets it off to Balaj. He is rocked by Elijah Ponder. And man, Cone has taken some huge hits. We saw the one, he ended up underneath the bench in Orlando.
San Antonio is passing so much more than they have all season long. What they want to be is a rushing, running the ball football team.
On Lloyd, ready.
But this game, they're coming out more aggressive.
Cone is a tough dude. Both quarterbacks pinpoint accuracy thus far. 3rd and 13. False start. Left tackle. Rubens Joseph moved early.
False start. Offense, number 71. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
This is not the same San Antonio Brahmas offense that we've seen the first 3 weeks. This offense is spreading it out so much more in order to open up the run later down the line.
Hey, 64.
Seattle crowd, they've showed up. They're loud. A lot of them on this side of the field in the end zone, where San Antonio is now stalling. Cone over the middle, complete to the 20-yard line. It's Jalen Tolliver, but it's well short, and it's Parker Romo time out of Virginia Tech. He's 4 for 5 on field goal attempts.
We're seeing this, you talk about the offense being cut in half, the playbook being cut in half. What Hinesworth said is, let's go back to our plays that worked, and let's just run those. That's what we're seeing offensively.
.38-yard attempt for Romo, and San Antonio strikes first. We've had 2 drives get inside the red zone with only 3 points to show for it. Under, feeling good.
Good job. Stay in there.
Step in here and you gotta see me.
23 seconds to go in the first quarter. San Antonio leads Seattle 3-zip here. And when you talk about wagering and when it comes to the XFL, I'm going to back up a little bit away from the San Antonio bench because I like all the favorites this weekend. Now, look, I didn't like a lot the first game. I like the under. They're holding that against me. Obviously, it flew over. I hear you laughing, Lowell. You know, paybacks are, you know what, partner. But I like St. Louis. I like D.C. And I'm on the San Antonio sideline here. I'm about to get my butt kicked, but I also like Seattle laying the 4. Why? Quarterback and head coaching experience. Ben DiNucci leads the XFL in almost every major category. Look at the coordinators also, guys. They have head coaching experience. I like Seattle.
And by the way, Fitz did not put those expenses on the court card. It would be a no-no. We're playing with fake money here. So here comes Ben DiNucci, and the Seattle offense drove it down inside the 20. Could not convert on 4th down, but DiNucci 6 of 7 for 54 yards.
Here we go, here we go. Here we go. 591 on 2, ready. 591, 591. Set go! Hot! Hot!
Former Cowboys quarterback has time. Comfortable, the throw is high, and off the fingertips of Juwan Green.
Quarter.
Hum to trio left, 60 Georgia special, wide bubble, Z-dig. Hum
And that will
to tree
take
left,
us to the
61
end
Georgia
of the first
special.
quarter. 3-0 Brahmas with the lead.
DiNucci running to the left out of the pocket, just flips it. Oh, what a catch. Josh Gordon. Oh, yeah, these boys can play. 4th and 9, DiNucci trying to find somebody open. Downfield, and he's got it, Gordon.
DiNucci takes a shot upfield to Gordon. Gordon caught it. Gordon's backstepping. Gordon's going to score.
She was just kidding. After that, he tweeted, did we just become best friends? Yes, stepbrothers, best friends, DiNucci and Josh Gordon. It was awesome. We even heard the play call. 860 dog with streak on backside from June Jones. The streak on the backside was Josh Gordon.
Hot!
DiNucci nearly picked. Wow, taken out of the air by Juwan Green. Now, how about this? The XFL is a league of opportunity. Hines Ward told Luke Barku that if he could shut down Josh Gordon in this game, he will be back in the NFL next season.
We say back in the NFL. He was an undrafted free agent in 2020 by the Jacksonville Jaguars. He got a chance to start later in his career. Guarded Jarvis Landry. He's been there before.
And we got him mic'd up.
Check go. Hot!
Barku expects to draw Gordon throughout the course of this game. Here it is, a deep shot, and it's almost picked off by Barku. He was running with Blake Jackson.
One thing to note as we listen to Luke Barku, this San Antonio Brahmas defense just played the Houston Roughnecks. What kind of offense do they run? It's the exact same offense as the Seattle Sea Dragons. So they're getting the same looks. Offensive coordinator June Jones was the mentor to offensive coordinator A.J. Smith from Houston. And so we talk about overs and unders and betting. The points will be low this game, trust me.
Barku, 3 games under his belt in the NFL with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Screen to Gordon. Gordon in traffic, still going. Good point. In 2019, he led America with 9 picks at San Diego State. He almost had one there.
Well, he's a former receiver, so he wanted that. The ball is his in his mind when it's in the air.
3rd and 3.
Set go.
DiNucci's so comfortable in the pocket, but that's just off the mark again for Juwan Green. So it's going to bring up a 4th and short.
Hey, Acho, points will be low in this game. Trust me. Where was that intel last night at dinner over calamari, brother?
Well, I was down on the field before, and I was talking to some of the coaches, and I was reminded by Coach Fly that, oh, yeah, they got a game coming up, but I remembered, man, San Antonio was played this exact same offense. And, oh, by the way, they shut them down in the second half of last week's game.
So basically, you're backing off the over here. I get it. So the punt needs to stay out of the end zone, or you give it to the offense at the 35. And this is Darius Robertson dancing to the 30-yard line. Good return. 3-0 after DiNucci in Seattle stall again.
Welcome back here to Seattle. San Antonio on top 3-0 in the second quarter. I'm here with Sea Dragons center Jared Thomas. You guys are seeing a 3-down front from San Antonio. How have you prepared for that coming into this game?
Well, one, I think it helps that our defense base front is 3 down. So we're used to seeing the different fronts that come with 3-man, 3-4 looks, 3-3s. And we knew coming into this game that San Antonio would be a little bit of a sprinkle of 3-down front. So we were prepared for it. Just got to settle in and execute a little bit better.
How do you feel like your team has responded after a W a week ago?
I think we just got to settle in a little bit better. I know everybody's excited to get another win in the W column, so we just got to allow the game to come to us, not force or press anything, and just continue to play our game.
Thanks so much.
It's good to see my man Jared Thomas healthy. He got trucked by his own teammate Morgan Ellison in that win last week. Cone throwing on first down, tight window to Jalen Tolliver. Excuse me, that's Travis Johnson out of Montana State.
By the way, live line right now, Seattle -1.5 total, 33. There you go, Acho.
I still don't think it's going to get to 33.
Give me the over on 33 right now.
Give me the under, baby.
We go. What's up?
Cohen's just going to spike this one, feeling the pressure. Now check this out. We got a flag. We'll listen in and see what this is about.
Hey, he was behind the line.
So Muller's talking about defensive pass interference. The ball hit the ground well short, so we're just going to wave that off. Yep, number 6 is in the area.
He's behind the line of scrimmage.
The ball's behind the line.
There is no foul on the play. The contact was ruled legal. The pass was legal. Number 6 was in the area. It's third down.
Third down.
Let's welcome in the VP of Officiating, Dean Blandino. What was that conversation about, Dean?
Yeah, a couple of things. They were talking about, well, is the ball catchable? Was the ball behind the line? And actually, was there an eligible receiver in the area? So there's a couple of things that the crew got together, discussed, and ultimately felt there wasn't a foul on the play.
Dean, thank you so much. And even if the call went the other way, that's something that you can challenge. With these one-time challenges per game, you can challenge anything. Ball is batted down at the line of scrimmage by Antoine Jackson at Ohio State. A guy that Ron Zook simply calls Buckeye. That will bring out the punt team for San Antonio. Brad Wayne with the second punt of the night. And it's Kelvin McKnight deep for the Sea Dragons. So for punters in the XFL, there's no coffin corner. You don't want to kick it out of bounds. So it's all about being directional and getting the hang time, as that one is fair caught at the 30-yard line. Week 4 in the XFL continues tomorrow on ESPN2 with the Renegades squaring off against the Battlehawks at 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific. Then it's the Vipers and the DC Defenders, who are 3-0. Both games available on ESPN+. St. Louis is doing it right. And Dwayne Johnson, XFL co-owner, he's pumped up about potentially setting a new spring football attendance record, 35,000 plus. That's what they were expecting. The lower bowl sold out 2 weeks ago, so they keep adding more and more tickets and availability to the Dome at America's Center.
They added 3,000 tickets on Friday. By Saturday, they were sold out.
That's what it's about. They love their football in St. Louis. It was taken away from them. Now they got it back with a very exciting team.
And their first 3 games have been away games. This is St. Louis' first home game, so the fans are excited.
And both these teams know about St. Louis and what they can do on the comeback front. Week number 1 at San Antonio, they were 2 scores down, came back in the final couple of minutes, and on this field in Seattle's opener, it was a walk-off field goal by St. Louis for the win. Second and 7 for DiNucci. Here's Pearson, full head of steam, makes a man miss, and that is a swing and miss by number 8, Cameron Kelly. Now the XFL standings is getting good. So the Brahmas and Sea Dragons at 1 and 2. Both of them feel like we should have beaten St. Louis to put them at 2 and 1. Who's the team to beat, though? Houston's 4-0 now.
Yeah, Houston's definitely the team to beat, I think, in all of the XFL. The complement of the guys on the defense and that prolific offense that make them so special.
Houston had second to longest odds to open up the season. Now they're the favorite, as that is a strike to Jaron Green. His longest reception of the season. It was previously 22 yards.
You see the zone concept too. You got to play deep to short. That's a perfectly placed ball by DiNucci. One of the reasons I talk about playing the under in this is that as a defense, you get more comfortable week after week after week. And so you give up that play, but you say, you know what? I've seen that before. I won't give it up again.
Yeah, play the under with the total, though. The Seattle offense can get going quick. And there it is, little toe tap as Damian Willis out of Troy. Looks like he got both feet in the XFL. It's the college rule. You just need one.
This is true. I did see a little toe there, but that may be exactly what Hines Ward was looking at.
Well, we have a first challenge in the night.
I want to challenge that.
Bingo.
Push off.
I find it interesting how the former receiver.
Push off. Challenge. Yep.
Now, you can't do this in the NFL.
San Antonio is challenging the ruling on the field of no pass interference. The play is under review.
I've got. So I'm looking at the right hand. I want to see if there's anything else from that other side. Chris, I'm with you. He's challenging that it was offensive pass interference, correct? Okay. Yeah, this is my best look right here. I've got left hand into the shoulder, and he does create separation. Just looking to see if there was any kind of tangled feet. But I do see a push off. Chris, we're gonna make this offensive pass interference. I'm gonna give you the previous spot information.
Okay, guys, we're going to get the previous spot from Dean right now. Thank you.
So the previous spot, sure. Get 15, number 15. Previous spot was the Seattle 48-yard line. So we'll go 10 yards from there, and it'll be 1st and 20. The line of gain was the plus 42. Number 15. Number 15. You got it.
After review, pass interference. Offense number 15, push off. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay first down.
So, Dean, take us through the details of this pass interference call.
Yeah, so obviously we were looking at contact by the receiver. You can use your hands to fight off a defender, but you can't push into the body to create separation. And that left hand, that's what we saw, create the separation, causing the defender to go to the ground.
And, Dean, this is something we could not see in the NFL.
Here we go.
And Dean's working now.
1, 2, ready.
Correct. Lose the challenge, they keep the timeout. Yeah, the NFL cannot challenge this. This is not a reviewable situation in the NFL.
Dean, thank you so much. So they keep the timeout. They lose their challenge. This is now back-to-back weeks that Hines Ward has had a PI call overturned. They were called for defensive pass interference in the end zone last week. He challenged that successfully as well.
He understands momentum. One thing that Hines Ward gets is that in games like this, you don't have to save a challenge for later. Your team is leading. You're still in the game. You're slowing down a prolific offense. Challenge them now. Get them in backup situations, which offenses like these don't like to do, and you win.
And that's Ryan Lewis back home. Played his high school ball here in Seattle with his brother Drew Lewis, that's also on this San Antonio team. Their pops, Will Lewis, Director of Player Personnel for San Antonio. He was in the Seattle front office for 12 years and played for the Seahawks.
This is the first time in his professional career that he's made the team on final cuts. He was ecstatic when he found out.
DiNucci all day dumps it down, and Allison is upended by Barku.
Coach, the challenge right there, what'd you see?
That's an old savvy move I used to do back in the day, man. But clearly it was OPI. Thank God Dean was on the right page with me, and at least get my timeout back.
How many times did you use it?
I used the chicken wing. Should have went with the chicken wing move.
Flo. And what he means by that chicken wing, don't extend your arm. Just use your elbow a little bit. Make it more savvy to be able to not get called.
So now Seattle backed up, 3rd and 15. Ward fired up. And we got a whistle and a flag.
False start. Offense, number 15. 5-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
If you watch this defense play, the St. Louis Brahmas defense,
Trips right, Cowboys.
Cowboys on 2, ready. Cowboys.
If you watch them play the second half of last week's game against Houston, you would say, man, this is the best, one of the best, if not the best defense in the XFL. Can they put it together for 4 quarters? We've seen it for 1.5. Let's see what they finish like.
And if you took the over, that time ticks away. You're looking for the 2-minute warning, something to stop this clock, because this is not good for you. Ellison, the short carry. It's a punt situation for Seattle.
I'm just telling you right now, there's no chance for the over.
What? You're saying no chance?
No chance.
Fitz, there's got to be a chance. You got to believe a little bit.
Low.
But Sam, you were right with Hines Ward, and that challenge completely turned around momentum.
Football is a game of momentum, and that's what you have to understand. You get an offense backed up, you have a lead going into halftime. I get it's still early, but those little things, my coach used to say, little things done well make big things happen. Those little things make a huge, huge difference to finding a way to steal a win.
Oh! Timeout! That's a pass interference! Timeout!
Well, go tell the ref your hand's fighting. Not him. Oh, I don't know. Go tell the guy to wait.
Taking a look at the Seattle Great Wheel located on Pier 57. Beautiful downtown Seattle, opened up in 2012. This thing is covered in over 500,000 LED lights. It's the largest observation wheel on the West Coast, standing 60 meters tall. You guys gave me a hard time. I didn't know this was here in Seattle, but up until a couple weeks ago when we came here for a game, the last time I was here, I was watching Jay Buhner in the Kingdom. So it's been a minute since I've been to the amazing city of Seattle, Washington.
Same back alone.
Orlando here with Sam Acho, Ian Fitzsimmons, and Taylor McGregor on the sidelines. Jack Cohn throwing the football a lot more, and a new, more wide-open approach for the San Antonio offense after scuffling a week ago in a loss against Houston. 2-back formation. Jaquez Patrick with a little leap and brought down by Terrell Bonds.
Thanks so much. June Jones, what are you seeing from them on defense that makes it hard for you guys to get into a rhythm?
Well, it's not really hard. We've missed a couple throws and missed a couple reads. They're not doing anything that we haven't seen.
What did you just tell your quarterback, Ben DiNucci?
I told him to look at the read. He shook his head. He knew I was right, and you know, that's what you do. You live and learn.
Appreciate your time. Lowell?
Listen to the coach. The moral of the story. Cohn, back shoulder. He was looking for Toivonen, incomplete.
The greatest offensive coordinators I've been around are that confident. I'm right. He'll figure it out sooner or later.
Trust the system, right?
They're not doing anything that we haven't seen.
Juice right, 66. Dino goes on Vegas, ready.
How surprised are you that Cohn has thrown 13 times and Balaj, the guy with the most carries in the XFL, only has 2 carries?
I'm very surprised because last week in the first half, we had 35 passing yards. Night and day.
3rd and 5. Cohen has a man, complete by Toivonen, former North Dakota standout. Got a taste in camp with Seattle. He looked at the guys around him and realized, I'm not giving up on the dream yet. I can play at the next level.
Spreading the ball around. You don't know who to stop with this offense.
Get out quick, get out quick.
Makes it hard on a defender to lock down one person. You have to stay in your zone, stay on your man.
Coming up on 4 minutes, and we've got 3 total points, and the total coming into this was 40.5, the most in the XFL, is that is going to be short of the marker to Jaquez Patrick. Fitz, what's going on with the line?
Down to 28.5 in the total. I know where Acho is.
I'm still under, baby.
You got to think at some point, Fitz, you got to think at some point this June Jones offense gets going.
Well, it's not just that. It's the San Antonio Brahmas offense. This is not what they usually do. And so you're not going to see a prolific passing attack. You'll see them being efficient.
We're good, we're good. We're good.
Cone initially looked like he was trying to call for the timeout, said we're good, and then called for one with a second on the play clock.
We're in the try. Bang it, right? He's about to send it. He saw it.
Player 54, episode 4 premieres Thursday at 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific on ESPN2. And features a look back at the Week 3 matchup between Hines Ward, Joey Porter, and the Brahmas, who lost a close one to the Houston Roughnecks, and the relationship between former Ram and Seahawk and 2-time Super Bowl champ Ricky Prohl, the St. Louis wide receivers coach, and his son Austin, the team's second leading receiver. As pro football has been welcomed back to St. Louis. And that's what this league is about, chasing the dream. Brought up a guy like Toivonen, who was just sitting around. He knew he wasn't going to get drafted to the NFL. Was completely surprised when the Seahawks called and he got a chance at the NFL.
And some of these players, all they need is an opportunity. Some of them got in trouble in the past. Maybe it was something that they did on the field, but opportunity is all they've been looking for.
Cone looking for the screen in Alize Mack, and that was blown up early.
So you had a screen set up, but sometimes if you get pressure on the quarterback, it messes up that timing of the screen. That hitch, and obviously you see Sharif Miller with the tip. That hitch messes up the timing. As a defender, just go, and you can change everything, being aggressive.
Sharif Miller out of Penn State, 2-time All-Big Ten selection. One NFL game in his career with the Eagles in 2019. Seattle fans get loud, and that's going to be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still third down.
Sam can't have it.
You can't. And I was talking to their outside linebacker coach before the game.
You got to be looking at that clock. I said you got to make sure you check the clock too before down.
Seattle's outside linebacker coach said, man, this is not what San Antonio wants to be. They don't want to be a passing team. Let's get them in these situations, and we win.
Cone is just going to spike this one. Was trying to find Patrick on the crossing route. And suddenly, we've got a defensive slugfest. This really, though, plays more into the style that the Brahmas wants.
It does, but it also doesn't, because if you have a defensive slugfest, you know if you're Seattle, sooner or later your offense is going to hit. June Jones said they're not doing anything to stop us. And so if you can keep it low scoring, you say, you know what? After halftime, make our adjustments, and then we'll start getting our points up.
Yeah, if I'm San Antonio, though, I'm looking at saying we're holding the highest gaining offense in the XFL to 0 points. We got them shut out right now. Return going backwards is Kelvin McKnight. 2-minute warning time. Under. Woo! You're feeling great. Hines Ward told Luke Barku, shut down Josh Gordon, and you're back in the NFL. Gordon's got 1 catch for 7 yards. Let's get to the game flow, brought to you by Progressive.
All night long, Luke. Stay in his ass all night. Good play, good play.
Sam, how about that? 1 catch, 7 yards for Gordon. Barku drew that assignment.
He's been excited about this matchup. He said, as we're watching film on Josh Gordon in this offense, I know exactly what to expect.
DiNucci back to work with 1:51 left. He's hit as he throws. Wide open receiver. That's Blake Jackson over the middle. Jackson still up, still scampering. Was he touched? They're going to signal touchdown.
I've got him down. I've got him down. Chris, we've got a touch, so we're going to come back. You can make the announcement. We're coming back. I've got him down by contact at the Seattle 45-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 there. Add it on, so you'll tack that on. Correct. Okay. Yep.
The play has been reviewed. The runner was down at the 45-yard line. Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense number 42. The 15-yard penalty will be added to the end of the play.
I'm not here.
Automatic first down.
So it is NFL rules, down by contact. Jackson did not think he was touched, but we've got the replay by Blandino. He told us it was there, and then we also see Mike Tuberdoff with the contact on DiNucci. That's an extra 15 yards.
So yes, NFL rules, meaning if you're not touched, you can get up and run and score as opposed to college. But that extra 15 yards on that quarterback is what moves the ball all the way up here.
30 yards, longest play of the night, plus an extra 15. Ellison, full head of steam to the 30. Get some, says Morgan Ellison. Jack Kerner ready for the challenge.
We heard from defensive coordinator Jim Herman earlier in the week. He said the only thing that messed us up earlier last week in the first half was missed tackles. Right here, you're going to see a hole and a missed tackle right there. That's all that you need by Jordan Williams, number 15. He was the captain at Baylor. He needs to make that tackle in order to keep this game in check.
So Sea Dragons calling a timeout with 1:28 left to play here in the first half. Under 2 minutes. It's also the rules that we see in college play. The clock will stop after a first down until the football is reset. And we'll also see out of bounds play, clock stopping as well.
And incomplete passes. This clock has been running all quarter long, all half long, but the last 2 minutes, it stops on incompletions and it stops when the ball goes out of bounds. And if it gets a first down, it starts ready for play.
Hey, these fans loving the Seattle Sea Dragons. And they like to see the offense getting going. So 2 timeouts remaining for Seattle. They've got 1 challenge remaining as well. You need a timeout to call a challenge. That's critical. Empty for DiNucci to Josh Gordon. Gordon met by 3 Brahma defenders. Barku and Lewis there.
860 Kansas, true streak on the ball, on the ball.
All right, rush Dallas, rush Dallas.
860. 860.
Stay where you're at.
Under a minute, DiNucci staring down Gordon. Just out of Gordon's reach. And Barku saying, nuh-uh. Putting the sword in the sheath.
The only minor disadvantage Luke Barku may have is his size. He's 174. So he said, if I could just stay in phase, stay in position, keep my body in the right position, not to be outsized by Josh Gordon, 6'4", 217, I'll be A-okay.
Hey, this is a battle right here between 2 guys that have tasted it and are trying to get back to the NFL. DiNucci to Pearson. Pearson rocked, but he's got the rock inside the 5. Leading receiver in the XFL.
They love attacking the middle of the field. Ja'Cour Pearson lines up at the number 3 receiver. He knows he has the entire middle of the field open, so he just runs away from the safety. Ben DiNucci places that ball perfectly.
He may be small, but he is
30 seconds.
He is small, 5'7".
But June Jones told us he is made for what we do because he is smart, he has great concentration, he can run, and he can catch. Told us, too, he's going to play in the NFL.
And he has great contact balance and acceleration. Contact balance, when he gets hit, he doesn't fall down. Acceleration, as soon as he touches the ball, he can take it a 3-yard pass, make it a 30-yard completion.
You're good. 2 yards, big fella, let's go.
All right, Pearson has become the poster boy for the XFL this season. He was an unknown. This league has helped make him a star.
And what's great about him as well, he played at Western Kentucky, he played slot receiver, went to Ole Miss, he played outside receiver. He doesn't care about his size. He has a mentality of making plays.
Everybody got to know him when Destroying featured him. Those one-on-ones up at Ford Field in Detroit. He balled out and won the whole thing.
Let's go!
Allison with the carry. Stuffed, going backwards. backwards. It is Jordan Williams out of Baylor with a TFL. Keep in mind, this is a San Antonio defense playing without their top playmaker, Delonte Scott.
And one thing I love, Jordan Williams, he shoots the gap. He was a captain at Baylor. He knows what it takes in critical situations. Remember Baylor in the Big 12 championship game a few years ago? They had that huge critical stop. He knows how to win. And when you shoot that gap, you have to make that tackle. He did not miss.
He's a guy that picked off Jalen Hurts in the Big 12 title game.
Go, 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 go.
And man, the total 40.5 coming into this, the highest total in the XFL this season. I was feeling the over. Right now, even I'm having my doubts.
But this is critical. This last 2 minutes of this half, this drive right here, if it's going to be a 3-point swing.
880 on 2, ready.
Or a 7-point touchdown. Because what happens here matters. Seattle will get the ball again at the beginning of the second half. And so, huge possession for San Antonio.
Overbettors need this one. Absolutely. DiNucci. They get it. Juwan Green, his second touchdown of the season.
This is tough.
Small school star at Albany, where he was an FCS All-American.
It's so hard because you have inside leverage. You want to force the quarterback to make a harder throw, which is outside. But when you're down in the red zone, you have to play that more head up. And so, great play design. You heard it from their offensive coordinator, June Jones. We ain't seen nothing new.
Extra points, forget about the kick. We don't do that in the XFL. 3 opportunities. 1-point conversion from the 2. A 2-point conversion from the 5. And the June Jones special, the 3-pointer from the 10. Seattle exclusively goes for 3-pointers. They're 2 for 8 on the year. DiNucci has great legs. Buying time across the body. Pearson, no. Barku. Overbettors cannot get any breaks tonight here in Seattle.
I think Jim Herman's still frustrated. You saw him shaking his head. He understands that red zone, you have to play everything a little bit more head up. I understand that it's empty and your leverage, great play by Barku, empty in your leverage, but it's the red zone. You have to be able to firm up down there. That's what makes it a harder play to cover.
T-Mac.
Thanks so much here with Juwan Green. How did the use of all of the receivers on that drive open up you for the touchdown?
Well, when you got any of our receivers in the game at the same time, it's dangerous out there. They have the defense second-guessing themselves. If they want to play man or zone, it doesn't matter. We got the guys that win on any down, any coverage look.
Your quarterback, Ben DiNucci, passing 1,000 yards of passing this season. What have you seen from him all year?
In my eyes, he's the best quarterback in this league in my eyes. Like, I don't see through nobody else's eyes, but I can give you my opinion, and that's what I believe. He works hard day in, day out. First one on the field of practice, last one to lead the field. So he's just showing what he's doing, God-given.
Thank you. Wolf?
Fred Brown from a foot inside the goal line. Brandon Silvers, meanwhile, in Houston, watching the broadcast going, okay, I got something to say about that.
And my record will show that. My receivers might have different eyes.
And give Juwan Green some props, because going back to last week, he's the man that ran traffic for Josh Gordon on that 65-yard game winner.
He was tossing people to the ground. He was almost celebrating while Josh Gordon was 15 yards away from the end zone.
33 seconds, 2 timeouts for the Brahmas. Been a pass-happy first half, taking a shot. No one's home. Picked off. There is a flag. Antoine Brooks with the interception to the 30 and brought down.
#1. He's got pass interference #1.
Pass interference. Defense #1.
Much on that shot. Going to the all-22. That's probably the best shot. I think there's some contact right around the 42. On the snap, Okay, 45's okay. We're 1st and 10, 45 to the 45. timeout.
San Antonio, their second and a half, 30 seconds.
Okay, San Antonio took their second timeout.
Dean, what did you see on that call?
Yeah, you know, we were looking for an ISO on the receiver and the defender. There was some contact right around the 43, 44-yard line. That's what the official saw. The ball was in the air. I did see the receiver kind of stumble due to the contact. It was tough to tell exactly what happened with that all-22 look. It's right there. That's where the contact occurred.
And, Dean, you can overturn a call like that within 2 minutes, correct?
In the last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter. Other than that, that would have to be a coach's challenge.
Thank you, Dean. Cone flushed. He wants to show the NFL that he's got a lot more wheels than he's given credit for. That's a nice scramble.
He's not known for his legs, as you said, but one thing he told us yesterday, he said, I want to show people and help our offense.
On Vegas, on Vegas.
Alert watch.
Trying to set up Parker Romo. Romo has the longest field goal in the XFL this season at 48 yards. Going feeling pressure. Balaj off his fingertips, incomplete.
All right, here we go. Double right. Double right. 66. Toga Snow.
60, 66. Hey, Dallas. No.
That is Jaime Elizondo.
66, Dallas.
The Mexico-born offensive coordinator for this San Antonio team.
Hey, let's go, let's go. Omaha, we go.
Quick out route and complete to Tolliver.
Field goal, field goal, field goal. Field goal. Matt. Honey, tell them they got to cover it. Tell Matt.
Romo has already connected for one in this game. This is for 56. This would be the longest made field goal in the XFL this season. 57 officially. Romo, low liner. It's got the distance, and it is good. Parker Romo, 57 yards, the longest connection in the league this season.
With some change to spare. What a kick by Romo.
Come on, let's go.
Parker Romo did his college kicking at Virginia Tech. Wow. Through the uprights. His previous long in the XFL this season was 48.
Good job. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Get your ass in the room. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Gonna listen up to your head coach when he's that passionate. Jack Cohn, surprised that he comes out and has only 2 fewer attempts than Ben DiNucci. We expected it from Seattle, not San Antonio.
I've been thoroughly impressed by what I've seen by Jack Cohn, and I think Seattle's been a little bit surprised. They did not expect San Antonio to be passing the ball 19 times, 19 attempts. This is not who they've been. Now, what I'm interested to see is what happens at halftime. There's going to be so many adjustments. Can you keep this offense going now that Seattle knows exactly what you're going to do?
Hope you took the under. We got 12 total points, 6 for each team, San Antonio and Seattle.
This game's coming down to one thing. Who's going to play harder?
Oh! Time out! That's a pass interference! Time out! Well, go tell the ref your hand fighting. Not him.
Oh, I don't know.
Go tell the guy to wait. You got no timeouts, so you can't take a sack.
I got you.
Okay, I know, but I'm just giving you the deal. All right.
In the face.
What down is it?
Man, Ben DiNucci even calling for his own penalty in the face. And you see Haslett and Ward. Haslett was actually the defensive coordinator for the Steelers in Hines Ward's first 2 seasons in the NFL. Seattle will start with the football. The teams line up at the 30 and 35. They cannot go until the ball is caught. And it is caught by Kelvin McKnight. Seattle with 1 touchdown drive. DiNucci with that shot over the middle. He got the 15 yards as well with the roughing call. Ellison leading it down inside the red zone. Shakur Pearson inside the 5. And then it was a touchdown toss to Green. Went for the 3-point conversion after that, as Seattle always does. However, they could not convert.
On 2, ready. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
DiNucci 16 of 21 for 148. The XFL leader in all major passing categories. Ellison staying upright. A little jump cut and gets it to the 37-yard line. Love Ellison's running style.
861 dog, true streak.
861 on 2, ready.
It's a little unorthodox. It's a little wild. We know if you're in front of him, you're going to get hit. It's going to hurt.
And we talk about how spread out this offense is, but it makes backs like him who go downhill super effective.
Leading rusher in the XFL. Empty for DiNucci. Almost jumped and picked off. Barku is having himself a ball game, but that's the second he could have picked.
The corner's one coming off, so you got to throw it to the Y.
You hear the adjustments. You hear June Jones telling Ben DiNucci the adjustments to make. Luke Barku is eyeing this ball. He's playing off. He had 9 picks in 2019. He knows he could have had another one.
We saw the earlier game, Houston offensive coordinator A.J. Smith. He talks to all the offensive players, including the receivers. Jones does not have transmitters in his receivers' headsets. He wants them to be free. DiNucci with the scramble and will pick up a couple of yards. You get 15 communication devices. You can spread them up however you like.
Cube. Same on the backside. Cube on the backside.
Yeah.
Rush Brooks.
Let's go.
3rd and 7. Where Seattle is 3 for 6. Short of the first down. Blake Jackson will set up a 4th and short. And Seattle's going to punt it away as Cameron Nizelek is on to punt. Another stand by Hines Ward, Jim Herman, and the Brahmas defense.
Blake Jackson knows as soon as he catches that ball, he has to get vertical now to get those 2 extra yards. The little hesitation allowed the defense to be more aggressive for that stop.
Former Georgia Bulldog punting it away to Therese Roberson, D2 star from Wayne State. Roberson, and we got a flag down.
There's the flags.
Number one. During the return, holding receiving team number 1 half the distance to the goal. It's 1st and 10.
That will back up Jack Cohn and the San Antonio offense. Here's Hines Ward getting into it.
Travis Johnson will be down for the game.
Travis is out for the game. Rob, what happened? What happened to him?
He said he can't go. Hurts.
Then that is another big target that is down for San Antonio. Lowell and Sam. Travis Johnson, a 6'5 wideout, out with a back injury.
TJ Vasher, the 6'6 wideout, did not travel with a shoulder injury. So those are the 2. Throw it up and go get them, guys. We knew that San Antonio would spread it out. It was explained to us they would spread it out to set up their large running backs, Patrick and Balaj, to have more room to run. Balaj has 3 carries, Patrick has 1. Cohn's thrown it 19 times. He's going to throw it again on the run. Pursued by Sharif Miller.
We got Trey Wright.
There we go.
64
Penny.
Kodak.
Let's go over Knoxville. Over Knoxville. Penny over Knoxville. Over Knoxville.
You have that Penny call. That's that 3 down linemen, 2 outside linebackers, only 1 inside linebacker, 5 DBs.
Cohn looking left. Good adjustment, and the catch made by Tovinen. Tovinen kept running. It's the second time that we've seen that tonight. Was he down by contact?
One thing you have to remember in this league, this is not college. When you're down, you have to be touched. So as soon as you hit that, Tovinen, get up and go, go, go.
And a heads-up play there by Travis Tovinen. That was clear. San Antonio gets their largest reception of the year. This was a limited offense in terms of the big play. They came in with their longest pass of the year, just 24 yards. Longest run, 16 yards.
And I wonder what they're going to get back to. Still be aggressive offensively?
I'm sorry, 2 hole pick,
2
hole pick, 64 rocket, execute flare.
Hey, 64 on Mickey, ready?
2 hole, 2 hole, 2 hole.
Brown in motion. Back to Brown, and he dropped it. The Mississippi State Bulldogs simply let it slip out of his hands. FX Snowfall is back for its 6th and final season, where a feud threatens to destroy the same family. Every Wednesday at 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific on FX, also streaming on Hulu. Seeing Buckram getting some work done there to the old helmet. And that's
Snowfall, Wednesday at 10 on FX. Stream on Hulu.
Welcome back here to Seattle, 6-6 in the 3rd quarter here with Seattle Sea Dragons quarterback Ben DiNucci. What was the biggest point of emphasis for your offense at halftime?
We're moving the ball, playing well, shooting ourselves in the foot. We've had a few penalties. Got to stay on the field on 3rd down. So tie game at halftime, win the second half, we'll win the game.
What did that last drive in the 2nd quarter teach you about how to get into a rhythm against this defense?
Yeah, 2-minute drill. We practice it at the end of every practice. So that's something we've been practicing every day. Good to get in the end zone there.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
T-Mac, thank you. Critical 3rd and 7 as the Brahmas moving near midfield. Cohn is dropped. Elijah Ponder, the Cincinnati Bearcat, first sack of the night.
Here's why matchups matter. So Norman Price, 72, right tackle, just went down. Who went in? Malcolm Bunch. He's listed as a guard. What's his first play in? All of a sudden, Ponder says, you know what? I'm going to shine. He's great with his hands. He keeps a great angle on the outside. Then he just does a side swipe. He uses 2 hands. We call it a side scissors to keep the offensive lineman from touching him. And he runs the hoop and gets the sack.
Wing with the punt. McKnight will field it at the 10. Little delay, hesitation, and then books it. Decent return, shy of the 25-yard line. Time for DiNucci to get back to work. Blake Jackson, the leading receiver for the Sea Dragons. 4 catches, 55 yards. Green at 4 for 36. Pearson and Gordon have been quiet tonight. Gordon wearing number 0, bottom of your screen, former All-Pro. Pearson in 3 in the slot. And it's Ellison. Such a physical runner. Gain of 5 on 1st down. Fitz, what do you got?
Yeah, Lowell, Price is still in the injury tent right now. It looked like a left knee.
Fitz, thank you. And that has been a very big question mark for San Antonio this season, the shuffling of the O-line.
They have 2 new linemen, and now another one went down. They have to get another new lineman. That's been the only issue that you heard from Hines Ward. Say, man, Jack Cole struggled. Well, it's really the offensive line that has struggled, that hasn't given him time to keep his feet calm.
Ellison looked like it was very close to the sticks. He spotted shy at 3rd and 1.
Here we go. 61 on 2, ready.
Trips left.
61.
Just read it now. Just read it. It may give us a big one here. Josh Wider's split. Josh 9. You got the 9. One step him and put it up on top.
Set, go. Hot. Hot.
Jones with the play call. Going underneath to Pearson. Not the big one they wanted, but it's good for the first down. Former Hilltopper and Ole Miss Rebel.
So, of course, you heard June Jones talk about getting the big one, but you got to get these first downs first.
So you get a split
that
half
first
the
down, now
distance
you're
between the numbers and the hash over there.
Set, go. Hot. Hot.
San Antonio backs off at the last moment. DiNucci throwing on the run to Pearson, and Pearson with back-to-back first downs. Week 4 in the XFL continues tomorrow on ESPN2 with the Renegades squaring off against the Battlehawks at 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific. Then it's the Vipers and the Defenders as the Defenders try to stay undefeated. Both games available on ESPN+. St. Louis is going to be bonkers. More than 36,000 fans expected. Should be a spring football attendance record. They sold out the lower bowl a couple weeks ago, and they keep making more levels available, more tickets available, because St. Louis is football deprived.
One of my friends a few weeks ago said, Sam, what are you doing in a St. Louis game? I can't wait to go and watch the Battlehawks play at home.
Now, this is big. This is Morgan Ellison. He is down with an injury, holding his head. We saw Ellison take a awkward drop off a tackle a week ago. Wasn't 100% coming into this game. We'll check
on ESPN2.
This is good news to see the XFL's leading rusher, Morgan Ellison, out of southeastern Louisiana, up and good. We heard it off the live mic what he said after this contact. Someone landed on his chest and he couldn't breathe for a moment, so basically had the wind knocked out of him. But Ellison is good, tough guy that's going to be fighting to get back in this game. Meanwhile, Darius Bradwell checks in at running back. Seattle signed him this week. Former Tulane star gets the carry, left side, and that's a first down.
And Lowell, you saw that knee on the chest. That's someone who landed on Morgan Ellison was 6'2", 365-pound man named Javier Edwards. So that would hurt all of us.
Ellison, the epitome of toughness, though. Took that awkward tackle last week in that comeback win against Vegas. He was a force, the only 100-yard rushing game in the XFL this season. DiNucci now in plus territory, little fade action. Barku does it again. His coach told him, you shut down these receivers and you're going back to the NFL. Message received.
That was such a beautiful play. I mean, look how in phase Luke Barku is. Watch how he keeps his eye on the ball, playing the deep third, and he just makes sure that he doesn't get interfered with. He plays the ball, keeps in phase. That's exactly what he talked about yesterday.
Former All-American at San Diego State. Played in 3 NFL games. His first and only career start. He got lit up by Jarvis Landry of the Browns. DiNucci feels the pressure, able to throw it away as he felt Drew Lewis breathing down his neck. Lewis, the former Colorado star that grew up here in the Seattle area, while his dad, Will, was in the Seattle front office.
Divide.
The Seahawks front office, that is.
Divide.
881, let's go.
Outside release here.
Set, go. Hot! Hot!
June Jones trying to dial up a winner on 3rd and long. DiNucci, awkward angle, incomplete to Josh Gordon. The former Baylor Bear with his 3rd catch of the night. It's been relatively quiet.
You know, in football, they talk about don't bite the cheese. Luke Barku, he needs to play this deep to short. So what happens is there's a player in front of him. It's the cheese. You see him. And so instead of backing up, he steps 1 or 2 steps forward, and that has Josh Gordon open.
All the way out, all the way out, all the way out.
Ellison has checked back in to DiNucci's left. And Ellison with the delay. Shakes off 1 tackle, but cannot elude Drew Lewis. Pops is loving this.
And so we talk about not, well, here's Bark right here. Talk about not biting the cheese. Like a mouse, it's like, oh, it's so close, number 4, I want to go get you. But no, you have to stay deep. It was 3rd and 10, and so don't worry about the 4-yard route. Worry about the one you can't see behind you. Lesson learned, I don't believe it'll happen again.
Gordon makes a lot of guys look bad out there. 1,646 yards in 2013, 18th most in NFL history. Overthrown as DiNucci was trying to find Blake Jackson. But that tackle for loss, that's what the San Antonio defense does. They're 4th of the night. They lead the XFL in that category.
So trips right up.
3rd and 14.
860 socks, Y bubble, X return. Trips right up. 860 socks, Y bubble, X return.
So remember that Y position, that's Ja'Cour Pearson, bubble, X. You're going to see that return route. You're going to be essentially like a deep comeback by Josh Gordon.
Jones, the run and shoot legend, and Pearson is wide open. Some shakes, but not getting past Terrell Bonds. 4th down, field goal unit is on. Dominic Eberle out of Utah State will try to give Seattle the lead. Eberle 3 for 4 in his NFL career with the Texans and Lions. This from 35. And a late man onto the field. Play clock has wound all the way down. And that's going to be a timeout for Seattle.
Timeout Seattle, their 1st of the half. 30 seconds.
Daniel Joseph was running on the field late.
No, we're not okay.
Jim Haslett, your thoughts? Player 54, episode 4 premieres Thursday at 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific on ESPN2. It features a look back at the Week 3 matchup between Hines Ward, Joey Porter, and the Brahmas, who took on the Roughnecks, and the relationship between former Ram and 2-time Super Bowl champ Ricky Prohl, former Seattle Seahawks star, is now the Battlehawks wide receivers coach, where he's coaching his son Austin, the team's 2nd leading receiver. This pro football has been welcomed back to St. Louis, and that is what this league is built on, chasing the dream. Guys like Dominic Eberle, who has played in 2 games in the NFL, was 3 for 4. Eventually was cut, trying to get enough tape out there to give him a shot on the biggest stage in the game. This shot is through the uprights, and that's how you get back. Seattle with a 9-6 lead. The under, though, we're calling it a lock now, Acho, right?
Well, here's the thing about 4th quarters, and it's not the 4th quarter yet, but 2nd half adjustments. All you need is 1 play, and that's what we heard from Luke. If I slip up 1 play, Josh Gordon could go for a 65-yard touchdown like he did last week. And so, overcrowd, still be patient.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, you feeling right now we got 15 points on the board.
I still think points can happen in this 4th quarter, and I love how San Antonio has played, but man, last week we saw it. It was 4th and 2 with a 65-yard bomb to Josh Gordon. You couldn't do much about that.
So you're feeling 25 points scored here in the final 1:58 of the third quarter going into the fourth.
I think it'll be right around that 25 to 27 total points scored in the game, Mark.
In Seattle, the 5-point favorite, currently now with a 3-point lead. Kicking away, teams cannot leave until the ball is caught. Fred Brown with the catch, 20-yard line. He is smacked by Daniel Joseph. Here's Fitz.
Luke, take us on to the field. You know how big this game is for you as an individual, along with your team. Your head coach, Hines Ward, said you shut down these receivers. This is a big step for you going back to the league. How is it out there?
So far, so good. You know, he's got to do a better job of creating turnovers and stuff like that. We came into the game. We knew we had a good game plan. We're going to be in position. The thing was, he's got to make plays on the ball, you know. So far, we ain't got none, but hopefully in the next quarter and a half, we could make that happen and get some turnovers.
Well,
great storytelling. This is called character development. And Barku becoming a star of the story. That's Patrick trying to switch directions. He is not going to have that opportunity. Seattle's defense bows up. And that's a guy that's getting a lot of pub. Austin Fowler with this stop. Former Oregon Duck.
Back. Bad apple. Bad apple.
Bad apple. Bad apple on Vegas. Ready. Bad apple.
Fowler with one game under his belt in the NFL. 2021 with the Cowboys.
We go.
Cohen. Quick toss. And that's Jalen Tolliver. Short game, flag down.
Added on. Personal foul, face mask, defense number 1. 15-yard penalty added to the end of the play, automatic first down.
Call number 1.
Looks like we got a face mask on Bryce Thompson, so 15 yards. Belly out, San Antonio offensively.
Vegas. We go.
Jaquez Patrick, the lone tailback. Cone with the flag. We'll throw it away before he runs out of bounds.
You're going to want it. Holding. Offense, number 72. 10-yard penalty. We play first down.
So, Sam, good news. Norman Price is back in the game. Bad news, that's a hold.
And we don't know if the injury has anything to do with it. Of course, you're back in the game. You're going to say it doesn't. But it's effort. You see, I believe that's Nico Lalos on the outside. That effort. You keep on working. And as a defender, you start wailing your arms around, you're going to get that call.
Vegas.
Penalties absolutely killed San Antonio last week. And the close loss against Houston. They got 5 for 43 tonight. Cone, little pop pass over the middle. Big contact made as Toivonen brings it in. And Toivonen is having himself a ball game. 15 yards on the pickup. The young man out of North Dakota.
67 Kodak. On Lloyd, ready.
Third quarter coming to an end.
Let's go. Lloyd.
And we've got one offensive touchdown.
We're good.
At this point, if you took the over, may want to call it a night. So we'll tell you how it ends up in the morning. It's going to be a rough one.
And ESPN Plus.
This is a chance for a second chance.
Rediscovered, revitalized, reborn.
15,000 strong here in Seattle, home of the Sea Dragons, and the second home game of the season for Jim Haslett's team. Fans have showed up. They're loud, as you would expect them to be here inside Lumen Field, and we've seen a lot of fans show up dressed as Sea Dragons.
We have the fans here. We have to, first of all, thank you. You all are showing up and showing out the weather and all with the Sea Dragon paraphernalia. I love it.
Little reverse. Nothing going there for Darius Roberson. And
we
that
got
was
Deuce
a
Wright,
specialty
66
package
Kodak.
there as Cohen
66 Kodak.
left the game momentarily, but Cohen is now back on a 3rd and 5.
Get set, get set. Harry. Look out.
Highest total of the season, 40.5 points. And we've got 15 with under 15 minutes left. Seattle, the 5-point favorite, holding on to the 3-point lead. Will the defense make the stand? Yes, they do, and nearly picked off by Chris Payton-Jones, the former Nebraska Cornhusker. And coaching staff for Seattle told us this week he's been by far the top corner this season.
He is such a patient player. Look how tight he is in coverage. So when you watch him play, you can tell that he watches film. He knows what's coming before it happens because teams have tendencies. Beautiful play by Chris Payton-Jones.
Here's Brad Wing, former LSU Bayou Bengal. Deep kick, perfect spot. On a lane for Kelvin McKnight. He's brought down, however, at the 20-yard line. Week 4 in the XFL continues tomorrow on ESPN2. First matchup, Arlington and St. Louis. We were there when Arlington barely pulled one out against Orlando last week with a change of quarterback with Kyle Sloter. Vegas 0-3. They thought they had Seattle on the ropes before Ben DiNucci happened with Josh Gordon. Meanwhile, the DC Defenders, they are 3-0 and still kind of flying under the radar.
Flying extremely under the radar. DC Defenders, we talk about Houston all the time, and rightfully so. There's another undefeated team in the XFL.
Houston at 4-0 after demolishing Orlando in the second matchup between those teams this season. Earlier today, St. Louis is going to be bouncing tomorrow with the return of football. Can't wait. DiNucci can't wait for Pearson. Pearson dancing to the 35-yard line. Kind of moves that made him a YouTube sensation with destroying. 17-yard pickup for the leading receiver in the league. Likes to go by Peasy, Sam.
He said, when I make a play, call me Peasy. Well, we're going to start calling him Peasy. Fourth quarter, Peasy, you got to show up.
Call you whatever you want, big plays like that. DiNucci will keep, and he's chased out of bounds by Mike Tverdoff out of Rutgers.
6'5", 255, was invited to the Dolphins training camp. Two sacks and 3 TFL so far this season.
590 on 2, ready. 590.
Man on your left, Jim Herman, was defensive coordinator for the Michigan Wolverines in 1997 when Charles Woodson put together one of the greatest seasons in college football history and won the Heisman. Ellison, oh, he's spinning and taking bodies as well. Couple of yards for the bruising Morgan Ellison out of southeastern Louisiana.
So one thing you have to do as a back, you have to be able to win in space. He's 6'2", 233, but that spin move, people talk about a spin cycle. I don't know a better word to say. But the balance to get yards after contact.
91.
Went for 103 against Vegas last week. Was vital in the comeback win. Seattle 5 of 10 on the money down tonight. Pressure gets to DiNucci. Eyes downfield, takes a hit, but Pearson dropped it as Jordan Williams rocked Ben DiNucci. And that was first down yardage for Pearson.
So great inside rush. But then what happens is, of course, eyes are just off the ball towards the end. He's looking at what play I'm going to make after I catch it. Ben DiNucci fades to the left a little bit to avoid the rush. And before Pearson sees his green grass, got to get that ball in first.
Gunners cannot leave until the punt is off. Want to keep it between the sidelines because you don't want to give the opponent field position at the 35. Special teams, beauty there for Seattle, and TJ Hammonds San Antonio down by 3 with 11:02 left.
Get his title back. It's not done. Step in here and you got to see me.
Bit Bulldog. 2 Tango, good stallion bit Bulldog.
Offensive coordinator Jaime Elizondo woke up every morning this week thinking about lost opportunity. His offense had the ball first and goal from the 1-yard line. Game on the line against Houston last week and could not punch it in. Now with 11:02 left, his team down by 3, 80 yards away from taking the lead. Balaj upended behind the line of scrimmage. Chris Payton-Jones.
Deuce right, 66 Kodak. Deuce right, 66 Kodak.
Hey, 66 Kodak on Lloyd. 66 Kodak on Lloyd. Let's go. Get up, get up.
What's going on with the San Antonio ground game? It's been their bread and butter.
Hey, snap it, snap it.
That hasn't been there.
We go.
Quick snap, smart play.
Flag down. Quick strike to Tolliver. We'll see the flag thrown back around the 50.
Too many men on defense. 5-yard penalty, replay, second down.
It's a good way to fire up a defensive coordinator.
Well, it's such a smart play by Jack Cohn. He saw the defense was subbing.
Just let it out there.
Ferrari, two track.
Let's go.
Let's go!
Balaj with only 5 carries for 5 yards. Leads the XFL in carries. Cohen, quick toss, back to Tolliver. Tolliver will set up a 30 short.
Nickel.
Here's Ron Zook.
Sub. I want sub out there. Give me over 4 man. Over 4 man. Over 4 man.
The Zookster in Seattle trying to hold on 3rd and short. Cone sacked. He's down. Sharif Miller, the Nittany Lion, bringing him down. 2nd sack of the season for Miller.
You saw how adamant Coach Zook was about getting sub personnel. That's get all the big guys out and put my pass rushers in. It was 3rd and 2. You think might be a run. He says, no, I understand tendencies. 3rd and 2, this is a passing down, at least with the formation. Get sub in the game, get our 4 rushers in, and let's play coverage. Great execution all the way around.
Came into this game talking about June Jones and the Seattle offense. It's been defined by Ron Zook and the Sea Dragons defense from the 30. McKnight down to the 40. Good field position for Ben DiNucci and company. 8:51 left. Seattle closing in on win number 2.
Seattle needs 9-6 here in the 4th quarter. Sharif Miller with the big sack on Jack Cohn there. Take me on the field. What did you see?
Yeah, man, I was just trying to get home, man. I had some rushes I ain't like all game. I was trying to get home for my team. And I told my son I was going to get a sack for him today. So I love you, son.
What do you think he's going to have to say to that?
Oh, he's going to be real excited. He don't even know he only 3, though, but it's for him all the time, always. The reason why I play.
One day you'll be able to show him. Thanks so much, Wolf.
T-Mac, thank you so much. Sam, we're dads up here. It's a goosebump moment, man.
It is. There's nothing better. And I think about Sharif Miller, and obviously they're in Arlington. All these teams, they actually stay in Arlington. But something happens when you start having kids and a family. You play for something bigger.
DiNucci fires to his left side, looking for Josh Gordon once again. Luke Barku, if you're going to pick a defensive MVP, it's probably the guy with number 1 on his chest.
Look at his eyes. Like, look at Luke Barku's eyes. First of all, they're on Josh Gordon. His eyes on your luggage, eyes on your work. And then his eyes go straight to the ball. His former receiver status, used to play receiver in college, it's coming back to him now.
Hines Ward told him before the start of this game, if you shut down Josh Gordon, you will be back in the NFL. 3 games in his career in the NFL for the Jaguars. There's Pearson trying to make 2 Brahma defenders miss. Brought down by Bonds and Jeffers.
Ty, why do they run backwards? Punt be ready.
Haslett doesn't want Ja'Cory Pearson going backwards. Wants him running upfield.
Well, he's a defender. He was the Rookie of the Year. He's like, hey, guys, just run forward. It was harder for me when guys did that.
Haslett, Rookie of the Year, linebacker with the Bills before his career was derailed with injuries. There is Gordon. First down in a thump by Jordan Williams. San Antonio has played fantastic defensively all night. They need another stand.
And I get it, it's a missed tackle, but what Jim Herman wants to see on film is his guys hunting, running to the ball. And so that erases missed tackles when everyone's lasers to the football.
And fourth quarter is Josh Gordon time. This is where he came to life with that game winner last week. Ellison running like you want a back 2. Full head of steam, no regard for the bodies in front of him.
You can talk run and shoot all you want, passing offense all you want. What this offense does is once they see all these defenders start backing out and start spreading out, they attack the run, and that's what makes them so effective.
I'm wondering when Ellison starts to get some NFL love.
Check go!
The total at 40.5 is toast. If you took the over, you ain't getting your money back. That's Blake Jackson. Barku and Anthony Tejada there for the stop. Now this is a critical drive.
Right up.
If you took Seattle
Kansas,
with the over.
Cube on the backside. Cube on the backside.
Seattle a 5-point favorite.
One skunk. One skunk. Auto one skunk.
So if you took Seattle over, you need a score here to cover. Former Cowboys quarterback Danucci in and out of the hands. Low throw to Jordan Veazey.
Low, I gotta help you there, buddy. That would be if you took Seattle minus the 4 and then it closed at 5, depending on when you got it. That's what you're looking for. The total is the total number of points. Number is different. I'm here for you.
I appreciate it, brother.
I need it too, Fitzy. Hey, the more the merrier.
Every crew needs a degenerate. I've got you.
Check out.
3rd and 6. Complete to Veazey. First down, Seattle.
One of the greatest attributes of Ben DiNucci is his ability to move around inside, both inside and outside of the pocket. That allows him to extend plays, and then his receivers build a chemistry with him where
that's what
you all of a sudden
I see
know
the
what's
ball
going to
on the
happen.
ground, but I don't see movement. Chris, we're just looking to see if it was a catch. Let me know if we have anything better than what we've already seen. I'm looking at the carp again. I have him going to the ground. I've got hands on the ball. The ball does touch the ground, but I don't see any independent movement. Okay? Yeah, again, I'm not. Yep. Chris, we're going to let it stand, okay? Not enough to change. Ruling on the field stands.
We'll go ahead and wind when we come back.
Correct.
After review, the ruling on the field stands is called. It's first down.
So it will stay as a catch to the California Golden Bear, Jordan Veazey.
And that was not a challenge. We heard from Dean Blandino, the VP of officiating earlier. In the last 5 minutes of the game, fourth quarter, 5 minutes or fewer, if there's a game-altering play, it can be reviewed.
Now, San Antonio cannot challenge, but what we have seen, these are the type of challenges that are frowned upon because Dean Blandino's already looking at the play. They've been more successful with penalties that have been called or missed. Ellison backwards. Brahmas defense led by Jordan Williams with this stop.
Second down, trips left. 80.
Here we go.
80 flag special.
80.
Time ticking away. Clock will keep running.
Here we go.
After incompletions and out-of-bound plays until the 2-minute warning. Then it turns over to college football rules. DiNucci, plenty of time. He's got Gordon wide open. Gordon lowers the shoulder to the 2-yard line. Stretching it out to the 1 with the second effort.
Saw a little bit of bad eyes there and a slip. Those two things affected Luke. That's what happened on that play. His eyes are inside, your eyes are inside, you drift inside.
1-2, ready. This time, yes, Baltimore.
23 yards.
Let's go.
For Josh Gordon. They love him here in Seattle.
Let's go. Hut.
Ellison leaping and in. Air Ellison for the score. But a flag.
Boy, I got mixed up on 56, but he was eligible. He was in the backfield, but we had a man on the line. No foul on the play.
There is no foul on the play. The result of the play is a touchdown.
They called juice going up and over. How can you not love Morgan Ellison?
From the injury last week to coming back from that, injured this week, came back again. I'm a beast, I'm a dog, crawl on him. Now here's something new.
Left hack.
They're going for what?
Wow, first time that we've seen Seattle go for anything other than a 3-point conversion. Now, if you took Seattle -5, you just covered. You're feeling good.
I don't know how good I'm feeling about this conversion. You practice from the 10-yard line all the time. Now it's from the 2.
Curious why they switch it up here. Ellison taken down by Barku with the open field stop.
Great try, baby. Way to seal the game. Great try.
So it will stay as a 9-point game, which still is a 1-score game in the XFL.
And you talk about Jaime Elizondo and the nightmares that he had every single night. Well, chance for redemption. You're down by 9 again in the 4th quarter. Again, last time there were 6 minutes left when they went on that drive. They couldn't get it in. This time you have 3 minutes left. The clock is on your side. It's a 1-score game in the XFL. 6 points is a touchdown, 3-point conversion. They didn't do it last week. Well, now's your opportunity to prove that you got better in the last few days.
What San Antonio has to get a sustained drive with their offense. They've been moving in chunks, but they have not been able to drive the length of the field.
And one thing you may look for on this drive is a deep shot, not just for deep shot purposes, but last week, 2 of the biggest plays they had came on pass interference plays. Jaime Elizondo talked about that in our meeting. He said sometimes that's a way to create offense, and so put the defense in a compromised position to get easy offense for your team.
Good kick, a seam, and down to the 40 is Fred Brown. T-Mac.
Thanks so much, Coach. Why the decision to go for 1 there?
Just because we were up by 9, if we scored, we would have put it away. You know, they could have scored 2.
Appreciate it. Guys?
But Sam, to your point, it's going away from what you do.
And you talk about things that you practice. They practice the 3-pointer all the time. You don't practice that 2-pointer as often.
All 3 timeouts for San Antonio. They do not have any challenges remaining. Cohen hit, ball is out, it's loose, fumble. Still down, it looks like San Antonio may have recovered at the last moment. If Seattle has it, we could be talking ball game. Tuzar Skipper forced it out.
Yep, I'm on the cart. San Antonio did recover. We have an injured player. Is that why the clock is stopped? Yep, clearly a fumble. San Antonio recovered. Okay. So it's going to be San Antonio's ball at the spot of the recovery. They've got it. So we're going to be playing second down. Yeah, you're good. You're good.
I love this pass rush move by Tazar Skipper. People might say it's a covered sack, but I see relentless effort from the defender. And then once you get to the quarterback, don't just get a sack. Go get that ball. That counts as a sack as well, a sack fumble. Of course, you wish you would have recovered it because then it'd be your ball, but now it's your time to go get another one. When you watch tape on him, stuff I wrote down, he's solid, smart player, and lastly, he's good.
That recovery saves the game for the Brahmas, however. 2nd and 15. Cohen with a quick strike to the 40 and Fred Brown. Back to the original line of scrimmage, setting up a 3rd and 10. Clock will start on the reset.
No.
It will stop at the 2-minute warning.
Let's go, we gotta go.
Vegas. Yes, no. Vegas. Look out.
3rd and 11. This has to be 4-down territory for the Brahmas. Cole, former Notre Dame quarterback, it's going to be short of the sticks to Jalen Tolliver, setting up the play of the game after the 2-minute warning. You have the bruising running backs, Patrick and Balaj. Will they get the touch with the game on the line?
My advice in this one very specific case is to definitely put all your Reese's eggs in one basket. And that your basket be enormous. Oh, and that your basket have wheels so you can roll it around from place to place.
You might not always be ready for the moment. With Roman at your side, you can take care of erectile dysfunction discreetly so that you're ready. Roman ready.
We got this cheese.
This natural cheese.
We got this fruit. These nuts, what's not to love? We put it all in a snack. Snack. Balanced. Great. Cheese, fruit, cheese, nuts.
Cheese and fruit and nuts and chocolate.
Sargento, we're real cheese people.
There's always a fresh deal on the Subway app. Like this one. 50% off? That deal's so good, we don't even need an 8-time All-Star to tell you about it.
Wait, what?
Get it before it's gone on the Subway app.
To you, it may just be an elevator.
Here goes nothing.
But for a young homeowner becoming their parents, it's a learning opportunity.
Come on in. The more the merrier. Paris, huh? Bonjour.
I'm looking at my all-22 now. I do see some contact, but I just don't see the separation
has
here.
Challenged a pass interference call.
Again, looking for separation. I don't see any separation. I see some contact between both players. I don't see separation, and we do have a catch short of the line to gain. Chris, we're gonna let the ruling on the field stand of no offensive pass interference. So Seattle's charged a timeout, and they lose their challenge. And your spot is good.
Are they charged the timeout at the 2-minute warning like this?
Correct. They are just charged the timeout.
And they cannot challenge. Thank you.
Correct.
After review, there is no offensive pass interference on the play. Seattle has used their opportunity to challenge, as well as they're being charged a timeout.
So the challenge was unsuccessful. You can't take it with you. That's why Haslett decides to challenge the play. Here we go, 4th and 1. Even with the bruising running backs, Patrick and Balaj, this is where San Antonio has struggled offensively.
They struggled last week. You had 1st and goal from the 1 4 different times. Of course, tackle for loss. Now it's 2nd and 2, and they couldn't get it. 4 straight runs, didn't get it.
Deuce right. Dallas. Deuce right.
And these are the moments where Hines Ward says he's taking more control of play calling. 4th and 1. Let's do it.
Dallas. Look out.
San Antonio will throw. Cohen, incomplete. He was looking for Dion Yelder. They went away from the run game. And Seattle holds. Sam, what do you think?
I the call. Yelder played in the Super Bowl, 1-1 with the Chiefs. He's a great player. They couldn't get it running it last time around. I like the call. There was some contact.
That says a lot, though, about the state of the offensive line in the running game. If you've got those running backs that you drafted early and you don't use them in that situation.
Well, Hines Ward said you have to know your personnel, and last week he realized that they couldn't get the ball in from the 1 yard line running the ball. So now you have to know your personnel and pass the ball.
It's closing time now for Morgan Ellison. San Antonio uses one of their remaining 3 timeouts, so they got 2 left here with 1:51 on the clock. Next game's up tomorrow, Arlington, St. Louis on ESPN2. Expecting more than 36,000 inside the Dome. And Vegas 0-3 against DC 3-0. Intriguing matchup, Sam.
That Arlington, St. Louis is going to be interesting. Specifically because both those teams try to find out who is for real. 2-1, some close games.
61 on 2, ready. Yep.
An undefeated DC. And Vegas just fired their offensive coordinator, so there's a lot of moving parts going on in the XFL.
Seattle's going to win this game with defense. Well, they were a team that came into this season as a co-favorites in the XFL. As it's picked off, San Antonio with the chance. Seattle, what are you doing? Come on! Barku with the pick. Hold that thought. DiNucci leads XFL quarterbacks in turnovers. Can't have it. So new life with the ball at the 20 and 144. Give that man the Brahma chain. Luke Barku has been nails. Low snap to Cole. Cole is sacked. Tuzar Skipper again in the backfield.
Tuzar Skipper. Part A,
66.
it's just his hands, and he understands the moment.
Cone, sideline, off the fingertips of Tolliver. Chris Payton-Jones with the defense.
Trips left.
Hey, well, I've got Luke down here. Take us on the field. What'd you see on that pick to keep your team alive?
We was in cover 3. Coach been telling us all day to cool it to receiver. I was in great position. I was just able to make a play on the ball, so I'm glad I was able to get that done.
Well, NFL on the line for Luke Barku, according to his head coach Hines Ward. Game on the line here. 3rd and 15 for the Brahmas. Inside pressure, Cohen on the run to Patrick. Patrick, first down. The clock will stop inside 2 minutes until the football is reset.
66.
College rules in play.
Look out!
Cohen looking sideline. There was contact there with Toivonen and Payton-Jones. No flag.
All right, here we go. We got Diamond Right, 72 XY Maestro. Diamond Right, 72 XY Maestro.
72 on Dallas, ready? You good? Maestro. Hey, Dallas! We go!
Offsides, free play for Cone. Throws it away. Miller a little too quick into the backfield.
Offside in the neutral zone. It's a snap. Defense number 48. 5-yard penalty. Replay 2nd down.
Now Dallas is that dummy call. You can do it when the clock is stopped. You can't do it when the clock is running. That's something for Sharice Miller to note next time around.
Cohen started his career at Wisconsin before transferring to end this season with the Fiesta Bowl win at Notre Dame. Taking a shot down the sideline, overthrowing Jalen Tolliver. Now keep in mind, with San Antonio, no T.J. Vasher. Their deep threat out with the shoulder injury.
Okay, let's go.
Travis Johnson
Double
injured
right.
in this game.
Double right. 66. Ole ice. Ole ice.
66, Lloyd. Yeah, fire. Lloyd. We go. We go.
Cohen feeling the pressure inside, just gets rid of it. Sharif Finch was there, signed this week by Seattle.
Hold. 56 Cardinal, jockey through. Deuce right, 56 Cardinal, jockey through.
Go deuce left. Hey, 66 on Vegas. 66 on Vegas. Go through. Vegas. We go.
Another early start by Seattle, free play, and Alizé Mack with the first down. Another late flag comes in.
2 offsides.
Let's get this cleaned up.
Hey, it's going to be offside.
Yeah, 42.
Nick, what you have?
Offside in the neutral zone at the snap. Defense number 42. The penalties decline. The result of the play is a first down.
First down for San Antonio.
Vegas, we'll go.
This is a one-score game. Touchdown and three-point conversion will tie it. Cohen backside pressure just eludes the sack.
You can feel how close these edge rushers and interior rushers are. But the issue is you start to get tired. Great rush by Nico Lelos on the inside, just pushing the pocket back and then escaping. That was beautiful. But it's reduced rosters. You're getting close, You have to find that second gear inside of you at a critical moment. Fourth quarter, 36 seconds left. This is exactly why you play the game.
In the NFL, you got no shot. Down by 9 with 36 seconds left. XFL, we do things different. Over the middle to plus territory is Fred Brown. Still life for the Brahmas.
Seconds left.
Antonio, their second of the half. 30 seconds.
How do you feel
ruling on the field is the runner is short of the line to gain.
Antonio, knowing 28 seconds left. That's the right call on 3rd and 1. If it's first down and the sticks move, it's questionable.
Hey, on Dallas. Hey, left. 65 on Dallas.
Both teams have used their challenges.
So you have to remember, on Dallas, it's a dummy call. The clock is stopped, so defense has to know. Forget, you can't hear what the offense is saying. Watch the ball, period. The clock is stopped. They can do a hard count.
Seattle has jumped early twice on this drive. Cohen, right before he's hit, incomplete. It's going to set up 4th and ball game. Hit by Chris Smith, who was signed this week. Former 5th-round pick by the Jags, played 8 years in the NFL.
21.5 sacks at his time at Arkansas. Signed 2 days ago.
Welcome to the XFL. Last time on 4th down, it was incomplete by Cole. This time to Balaj, again, incomplete. No flags. And for the second time in the last few minutes, San Antonio goes through the air on 4th and short.
And that's newly signed Chris Smith, 31 years old. What's great about that rush is that there was no avoiding anyone. Went right down the middle of the offensive guard, then released. 5th-round pick by the Jags in 2014. It's been in the NFL all the way from then till 2021.
Disappointment on the face of Cone. He battled with the new look offense for San Antonio, still not coming up for answers with those short yardage situations. Victory formation for Ben DiNucci, and Seattle is right in the middle of this race in the XFL North. They moved to 2-2. Preseason favorites. After the 1-2 start, they dropped down. They had the 5th best odds to win the XFL. You could pick them up at plus 750 coming into this game. Stand to make a lot of money if Seattle stays hot.
All right, keep rolling. You got to play your ass off.
Love that respect between Jim Haslett, former defensive coordinator for the Steelers, while Hines Ward was there. T-Mac.
Thanks so much. Coach, you just went directly up to your quarterback. What did you tell him?
Well, the throw he made was bullcrap. So he's a better football player than that play there. That's all.
4 weeks in the XFL, you guys have been down to the wire in every single game. Why the last 2 weeks have you been able to come out with a victory?
Well, you know what? This team we played, you got to give them credit. They play hard. They're the hardest playing team in the league, and we had to match that in intensity and try to do things right. First half we didn't. Second half we did. So, you know, I feel like we should be 4-0. We're 2-2. We just got to fight our way back. And next week will be a great game.
2 4th and shorts that your defense came up with big stops. What did you see in those moments from them?
Well, I thought the first time that I saw it, we got a rush every snap. We had some pressure on the quarterback, and the guys covered. We played a lot of man today, and they did a great job.
What will you tell your offense that they can learn from this game?
Well, there's a lot of things they can learn from this game by making better decisions with the ball. We had opportunities. We went up and down the field, and then we just couldn't, you know, we got stalled in areas. But I just think that we can put more points on the board than this.
Appreciate your time. Coach, Fitzy?
Thank you, T-Mac. DiNucci. All right, that last pick. Take me on the field. Looked like you had Pearson in the short flat. You went deep. What'd you see?
Yeah, we called 4 verts. Was expecting the run. I tried to keep the defense in it a little bit. Completely kidding. That's a mental error on my part. I got to throw it out of bounds, just give the receiver a chance, learn to live another play. It's bad play by me.
As far as your overall team right now you're 2-2. You stacked a couple of wins. What have you figured out about this particular group?
A lot of guys can play ball. 2 really close games the first week, found a way to win the last 2 weeks. We're hitting our stride at the right time every week. Just got to keep progressing, put one foot in front of the other, stay on the field on 3rd downs and convert and score some points when we get in the red zone. Can't settle for field goals. Every one of these games is, as you can see, has been pretty close for the last few weeks. So there's a few plays every game that make the game, and we've been able to make them the past few games.
Personally, how much have you evolved, especially now getting more of a foothold with this June Jones offense?
Yeah, I mean, shoot, man, it's been 3.5 years since I've started a game and been able to be the guy. So I understood it was going to take me a little bit to kind of get into a rhythm. I feel really good now about where we're at just in terms of an offense in general. I'm one of 11. These guys are heck of a players. Makes my job really easy. All I got to do is get the ball out, watch Josh Gordon, Jakor, some of these guys go make plays. So we're trying to get better every single week. We've got a short week again. Be back up here Thursday night and be ready to roll.
You're going back and then coming back. How do you handle that short trip?
A lot of sleep, try to get your legs back. Luckily, my O-line did a good job tonight. Didn't get touched much, so shouldn't need much in the terms of treatment. But we got to recover, get back to Dallas, and have a few walkthroughs. Not going to be able to practice, and get ready to have a good one Thursday night against the Roughnecks.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it, guys. Yep.
T-Mac.
Thank you. Here with linebacker Tuzar Skipper with the big strip sack at the end of the game. Yep. Take me through that play.
You know, it was just one of those moments where you got to have it. I believe it was 2nd or 3rd down. And, you know, as a D lineman, that's money down. You know, that's what we want, 3rd and long. And, you know, just to get after a quarterback and one of those situations where I was feeling it and, you know, and got the play that we wanted.
What are you most proud of that your defense did all night long?
I'm proud that our defense stayed together. We bend, but we did not break. There was a couple explosive plays, but other than that, like I said, our defense, we bend, but we didn't break. And, you know, I'm very proud of defense for holding it together, and we got walked away with the W.
What have been the keys to getting those 4th and short stops twice in a row?
the keys is just, you know, bow up and, you know, and make a play. You know, that's what coach want us to do. Individually, you just got to bow up, and as a collective whole, you just got to bow up and, you know, hope we make a play together.
How have you guys focused on situational type football, especially at the end of the game, because you've played in so many close games?
You know what? Believe it or not, we have our defensive coordinator came from Green Bay. He was there with, you know, Clay Matthews, Aaron Rodgers, and he keeps saying every day, 2-minute drill is very important. So we work that every day at practice, believe it or not, 2-minute drill.
So why do you think you guys have come out victorious the last 2 weeks?
I believe because we take those 2-minute drills very serious, attention to details, and, you know, speaking of gotta have it moments, those 2-minute drills that gotta have it moments.
Every win matters. What does it mean to you to get a win?
It means a lot. You know, we started off 0-1, then we went 0-2. You know, we heard a lot around the league that we got the best defense, the best offense, number one defense, but we went 0-2. You know, so that to us was a little unsettling, so we just came out 2 weeks in a row, and, you know, we just got to win here on out.
Well, this is an opportunity league, and you said you want to do this in the NFL. What do moments like this give you for your future?
Man, it just gives you all the confidence in the world, to be honest with you, because you go out here on a Saturday. It's not college. We know it's not college, but you go out here on a Saturday and you dominate. That just gives you all, you know, the boost and, you know, whatever you need to know that you're going to do this on a Sunday, to believe it or not.
Appreciate your time. Thank you so much. Flo, we'll send it back up to you.
Man, this is an awesome sight to see. I mean, you just look at the sideline right now. I'm looking at the south end zone, and Morgan Ellison is putting on a show. He's taking selfies right now with the Seattle fans because you got to understand the dynamics of this league. The hub is in Arlington, so that's where all the practices happen. That's where the teams live. That's where they stay. Then they load up on a charter together, and they head to their home cities, and they spend a couple of days there and get the opportunity to come out and put on a show for the fans. Ellison is hamming it up. He's signing autographs, taking selfies. He's one of those guys that these young fans, they're going to look back on this in 5 years and they're going to go, remember when Morgan Ellison played for the Seattle Sea Dragons? Now he's playing for the Seahawks in the NFL, a team like that. These are the future stars trying to get back.
And some of the fans are surprised. We did a game a few weeks ago. They said, wait, the players don't live here? No, they don't. They stay in Arlington at the hub where you have top-level nutrition, top-level training, top-level coaching. Everything is top of the line, and it's all standardized. That's part of the benefit of being in the XFL. So when players do get a chance to come and interact with the fans and meet the fans, they take advantage of every opportunity. Yes, they have another game here on Thursday, but they're flying back tonight on the same plane with the San Antonio Brahmas.
Seattle has to be feeling pretty good about where they stand overall at 2-2. The North is tough with St. Louis and D.C. still undefeated. But if you're Seattle, you look at the way these games have gone. You had the ball with a chance to take the lead in the final moments of the game in the opener on the road at D.C., but you have a fumble on a speed option. St. Louis, that was another situation where you had them on the ropes, but the Battlehawks end up mounting a late drive to get the game-winning field goal. But now you've turned a corner with that miraculous throw from DiNucci to Gordon last week, and the defense really flexing. This could be a popular pick in Vegas for the second half of the season.
It could be, but the one frustrating part, if you're Coach Haslett, or if you're a Sea Dragons fan, you're saying, man, those turnovers are really, really dangerous. They put us in a precarious position. And so great offense. Defense has played great. They've bowed up. But you get concerned still about those turnovers.
We talk so much about the June Jones passing offense. Meanwhile, Morgan Ellison is a dude at running back, and he's standing by with Fitz.
Hey, Morgan, you guys are starting to come together. How's it feel right now, especially starting 0-2, now 2-2?
It feels great. It just, feels amazing coming together. I think we got a taste of the first win last week, and now it's time to build on that. Now, I think this offense and defense coming together is going to be something hard to stop.
Watching you right now with these fans, it looks like you could play another 60. What's this feel like for you?
When you're just at home not playing for, a year or two, you appreciate every moment coming out here. So I'm so blessed and so grateful for this opportunity. And just seeing all these people right here, bro, look, it's amazing. Y'all wouldn't, it's the best job in the world. Wouldn't rather be doing anything else right now. So it's Pisces season. It's my birthday tonight, so it's time to turn up. You know what it is. Let's go. Let's go.
Hey, before turning loose, birthday boy, You know, you're looking to go from 54 to 50, the 53rd guy, as Dwayne Johnson and Danny Garcia have talked about. So when you have this opportunity to not just be with the fans, but go out there and show what you can still do, what's that mean?
I think, you know, the NFL is great, but I was on my butt, and the XFL looked out for me right now. So I'm worried about the XFL. I want to be the best in the XFL, and if this is something I had to do for 2-3 years, whatever it is, I love this. Like, I wouldn't, bro, this is dope. They help off the field with stuff, so.
What's it mean that you're not clocking into a 9-to-5 job and you're still going out there with the boys?
Lost of words. Nothing. I love it. It's dope, man. Best thing ever. So let's go celebrate with the team. Thank you guys so much, bro.
Go get them. Go get them. Guys.
So Ellison turns 26 apparently today. So for a running back, there's still a lot of life left in those legs, a lot of tread on the tires. And Ellison, he's quietly becoming the backbone of the Seattle offense, which is counterintuitive because when we talk about June Jones, it's the run and shoot, it's prolific passing offenses, but that's been maybe the most consistent playmaker on this team.
And part of the reason that's so is that prolific offense you talk about with the run and shoot, they spread people out. And so when you're all spread out, if you have a running back that can hit the hole downhill like Morgan Ellison, it allows you to be that much more effective. And so you think it's passing, and sure, there is a passing element, but oftentimes you say you pass to set up the run in this offense. And so that's what I love about Morgan Ellison. But secondly, even more so, is his attitude. He's not looking towards the next thing. He's focused on what's in front of him. He said, I want to be the best in the XFL. The XFL and their ownership group is taking care of me. That's Dwayne Johnson. That's Danny Garcia. That's Jerry Cardinal. They've all taken care of me. Let me take care of them myself.
Does this bring back memories, seeing locker room shots following a win?
It's more so just the fans and the interaction and the pictures and the autographs. And, man, it's my birthday. We just had a huge win. In this situation, you get a $1,000 bonus because we did win. And so those things are beneficial. That's a birthday bonus, we like to call it. But what he said, that's the biggest memory I get. He said, man, they took care of me. I remember when I got injured and I was out for the season, and I remember being released, and all of a sudden you get an opportunity. Someone comes knocking on your door. And if you get that chance, you want to make the most of it. Josh Gordon said the exact same thing last week when he was interviewed. He said, man, this is like a family. There's not all the politics that you see. I'm paraphrasing now, but in the NFL, he says, I love just being able to play football. That's the benefit that this league provides. For those players that, for whatever reason, weren't player number 53 in the top 53, they get a chance to play and have fun, and maybe if they want to, go to the next level.
And it's the XFL way. We got a mic everywhere. We get to hear it as it all unfolds in front of us on the field and at home on TV. And this is what it looked like and sounded like. The best of All Access tonight, Seattle and San Antonio.
Hey, good stallion! Good stallion! Good stallion!
What'd she do?
She fell in my chest. I couldn't breathe. I lost the win. That was it. I lost the win. My bad. I'm good.
He's behind the guard.
Hey! I need it! I need it!
Yeah, I'm going to kill you. Good job. Good job, man. All right, keep rolling. You guys play your ass off.
Let's clarify. Jim Haslett's not actually going to kill Ben DiNucci. What he's referring to is the frustration over the interception when it looked like all Seattle had to do was ice the game. They are able to recover and stop the Brahmas offense when they got the football back in the final minute of the game. So it puts us at Seattle 2-2 in the XFL North. The DC Defenders, led by De'Aaron King, they are still the team to beat at 3-0. Huge game coming up with Seattle. The Battlehawks are 2-1. They get to play their first home game. 36,000 plus expected for that one at the Dome of the Americas Center. That is going to be a spring football record. In the South, Sam, this is where it really gets interesting. Houston is clearly your team to beat at 4-0. Orlando is really struggling at 0-4, showing little signs of life. Then you've got Arlington and San Antonio. The Brahmas are at 1-3 right now. Back-to-back games against Arlington. So very quickly, if Hines Ward and the Brahmas get this figured out, they could solidify a playoff spot in the next couple weeks, even though right now they're 1-3.
We talk so much in football about a short-term memory, or 24-hour rule. So you play this game, win or lose, you watch the film, and within 24 hours you erase it, go to the next week. That 24-hour rule, that short-term memory, especially applies for the San Antonio Brahmas. Why? Because they play Arlington twice, the team that's directly ahead of them. If you win both those games, as Lowell, you alluded to, now all of a sudden you're second in your division. And as we know, the top two teams from each division, North and South, they go to the playoffs. They play each other. Then whoever wins those goes to the championship game. And so San Antonio may be down, but they are by no means out.
They need to figure out the offense. They tried to shake it up, spread it out, simplify it this week, and ultimately could not find the end zone, did not get that offense firing on full cylinders. We'll talk about that coming up later in the show. But man, Seattle, it's all about the birthday celebration for Morgan Ellison and his guys as Seattle wins back-to-back games. Celebration ensue. Have at it, gentlemen. 15-6, Sea Dragons winners. Coming up tomorrow, we wrap up XFL Week 4 with two great ones. Arlington going to St. Louis, expecting 36,000 plus. They keep selling tickets, opening up other sections because St. Louis, they are football hungry. And then the nightcap on ESPN2 at 7 Eastern. It's Vegas taking on DC. So DC trying to keep pace with Houston as the two undefeated teams in the XFL. For the San Antonio Brahmas, they fall to 1-3. We talked to Jaime Elizondo, the offensive coordinator, coming into this game with Hines Ward as well. And the big point of emphasis was trying to open up the offense to give the running backs more room to run. But twice with the game on the line, 4th and 1, San Antonio goes away from the running game, and they end up falling short with incomplete passes.
I love the game plan. It was a different game plan than we expected, or at least that Seattle expected. It was effective. The issue with this team right now is big-time moments. Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. This team right now hasn't been able to make the plays in big-time moments. Last week, you got to score from the 1-yard line. 1, 2, 3, 4 different times you don't do it. And this week, 4th and 1, 4th quarter, a minute left. What are you going to do? Can't get it done. That's all that this team needs to overcome. It's a big deal, but it's one thing. That's the difference.
Here's Hines Ward after the game.
Focus on. We take the top two. We take the top two in our division right now. So we got Arlington back-to-back for 2 weeks. I just want everybody to focus in on those two games. Just Arlington, but we got them back-to-back. Our sole mission is to get this thing right. We will get it right. It starts with me. I'm going to make some changes. We're going to get it right. Defense, y'all did what y'all had to do. I appreciate the effort. Y'all played a good offense, man, and y'all got it into their tail. Offensively, wasn't good enough. Wasn't good enough. We're still going to find, search, and do.
And the defense absolutely did their part. Great to see Luke Barku making the most of his moment. He went up against Josh Gordon. It was a great one-on-one battle. Hines Ward told him, if you shut him down, you're going to the NFL. How do you think he did overall with that matchup?
He was outstanding. And we heard him in some of the breaks even talking about the potential for an interception. He said, I'm going to go pick one. I'm going to pick one. And at the most critical point of the game, he went and he got himself one. And so not only did he shut down Josh Gordon, but he understood the game plan and said, man, this team will give us the ball. I will take it. They can build on that moving forward.
Seattle has some magic yet again. They had the unbelievable comeback on a 4th and 2 last week against Vegas to get the first win of the season, and now they are rolling. The defense was excellent. They got enough offense to get it done. Now moving to 2-2 on the season, taking down San Antonio 15-6. For Sam and the rest of our crew, I'm Logan Lindo. Thank you so much for watching XFL Week 4.